Don't touch the following surfaces while eating because they are one of the dirtiest.
Hello, it is Hera and welcome to Healthy and Happy with Hera to discover the bright side of life. This video is about the 11 dirtiest objects at home because I have seen many people touching those surfaces while eating or not cleaning them often. Have a quick guess. Which ones do you think? Let me know if you were aware for most of them in the comments below. Well, first of all, let me introduce myself. I consider myself multidimensional. I am a healthcare professional, a business manager in the occupational health sector, and also a model with international titles. So I will give you tips on that aspect on following videos too. So, hand washing helps prevent disease spread, but we don't always appreciate the reason why hand washing is so important. We touch a shocking number of filthy surfaces every single day. Don't forget to follow Healthy and Happy with Hera on YouTube, and let's dive in some of the most dirty things we come into contact with on a regular basis. Number 1. Our phones. Most of us touch our phones dozens of times a day, at minimum reaching for them at just any quiet moment. But aside from the occasional t-shirt swipe, we rarely clean these devices. That's unfortunate according to microbiologists and pathologists. It is common to find different bacteria and viruses on cell phones, including the ones from your skin, your respiratory tract, and from fecal matters, with considerably high percentage. Some of the pathogens found include E. coli, MRSA, and Streptococcus. What's more, since the screen is usually warm, bacteria thrive and transfer not just to our fingers, but also to our face, including the eyes, nose, and ears, and lips. So, if you're eating those chips with your fingers and using your phone at the same time, maybe you should consider it again. If you're not cleaning your phone, you should. You can clean it up by running an alcohol wipe over it, and often or even every day. Number 2. Keyboards. Besides your phone, your computer is probably something that you use every day. And a lot of people never clean their keyboards. A study published by CBT Nuggets revealed that your computer keyboard is 20,000 times dirtier than your toilet. Just like your phone, make sure to wipe down your keyboard and mouse regularly. Again, please think it twice when eating, for example, your fruit while typing. I have seen healthcare professionals doing it too. Number 3. Sponges and dishcloths. Even the best kitchen sponges are known to trap food particles and house tons of bacteria, so your sponge is likely the dirtiest item in your home. Kitchen sponges could have as many as 10 million bacteria per square inch, about 200,000 times more than your friendly toilet seat. Overall, NSF International noted that kitchens have more germs than bathrooms. Ew! It's important to clean your sponges often and make sure to replace them often. In between, let them dry when you're not using them. So for example, don't let them inside containers full of water and dirt from your dishes, because I have seen this happening. These clothes are also filthy. According to researchers, towels were among the most contaminated of all the surfaces that were tested. Moreover, I have seen people using the same dishcloth to clean the surfaces of the kitchen and then dry their washed dishes. This is a no action. The same cloth that you're bringing in contact with a dirty surface, you bring it in contact with your washed dishes. Number 4. Toothbrushes and toothbrush holders. Both of them tend to be close to our toilets, right? On the sink. And if you flush with the toilet lid up, everything within a 5 to 6 foot radius is getting sprayed. So that bathroom air is full of whatever your toilet kicks up with a flush. That little toothbrush holder, it turns out, is perfect at picking up whatever bacteria is around. One survey found staph bacteria on 14% of toothbrush holders and yeast or mold on 64%. Clean those containers and keep covered your toothbrushes. Number 5. Remote controls. Sorry, channel surfers, but your clicker is covered with germs. Among them is the infection-causing Staphylococcus aureus, which was found on 14% of household remotes. And if you think that the one in your house is bad, you should see what scientists have detected on hotel rooms remotes. An average of 67.6 colony-forming units of bacteria per cubic centimeter. For perspective, that's more than 30 times the maximum acceptable level recommended for hospitals. So maybe put on some gloves before grabbing the remote. Number 6. Doorknobs. Take care when opening doors. Hopefully, a theme is becoming clear. Things that you and many other people touch frequently with their hands quickly become hotbeds of bacteria, especially if they are not wiped down regularly, and doorknobs are no exception. One microbiologist found that after placing a virus on an office door push panel, it took only 4 hours for more than half of people in that office to pick it up. And that virus made its way to over half of commonly touched office surfaces in the same span of time. Moreover, what about your refrigerator handles? Remember to clean them regularly too, as they can be considered as the same category. Number 7. Kitchen and bathroom sinks, faucets and handles. From the basins to the handles, the places you go to get water could do with a thorough scrubbing. In fact, some research by NSF International found coliform bacteria, a family that includes both Salmonella and E. coli, in a whopping 45% of kitchen sinks. So next time that your food falls in your kitchen sink, don't put it straight away back to your plate. I have seen that happening. At least wash it. Number 8. Purses. Quick, ladies, when was the last time you cleaned your purse? The answer is probably not recently enough, right? Studies have found plenty of bacteria in handbags, with germs lurking everywhere, from the handles to the items inside, especially those related to makeup. Number 9. Pillows. They accumulate some serious gross stuff like dead skin, bugs, dirt, dust mites, sweat and body oils. To keep the place where you rest your head clean and smell-free, it's a good idea to freshen up your pillows at least once a month. The good news is that most of pillows can be thrown in the dishwasher. In the same category, we find our bed sheets. Wash your sheets once a week or so, say experts. Number 10. Carpets and rugs. Philip Tierno, a microbiologist and immunologist at New York University Langone Medical Center, told Men's Health that carpets contain 200,000 bacteria per square inch and are approximately 4,000 times dirtier than a toilet seat. And consider this, Tierno says that even the best vacuum cleaner doesn't reach the bottom of the carpet, leaving behind E. coli, Salmonella, Staphylococcus and other bacteria. In addition to weekly vacuum sessions, make sure you deep clean your carpets at least once a year. Number 11. Your shoes. In some countries and cultures, it is scandalous to walk into a home with shoes on, but in some others, for example the US, most people do. A study from the University of Arizona found that a single shoe could carry as much as 421,000 units of bacteria on its outside surface. These range from E. coli to meningitis and Klebsiella pneumonia. Remember that you walk with those shoes to dirty places, like floors in public restrooms. Their study also showed that bacteria can be carried over a long distance and into your home after shoes are contaminated. The solution to all this? Well, the good news is that you can do something about it. What's that? Wash, wash, wash. Add those often neglected items to your regular cleaning routine. It only takes a few minutes to wipe down your phone, keyboard, and doorknobs every day. And it's totally worth it to avoid getting some nasty bacteria that you can't even pronounce their name. So, it is true that sometimes ignorance is bliss, but in this case it can make you sick. So, grab your favorite sanitizer. It's time to dive in and get your hand dirty. Well, just to make you feel a bit better, potentially pathogenic bacteria are clearly everywhere, which might sound terrifying. After all, there are tons of items that could be in this list, but clearly we are not all sick all the time. We don't always get sick when we come into contact with pathogens. It depends on the specific bacteria and virus, whether or not it gets into our bodies, and of course our immune system. However, we should definitely be careful because conditions change and you may find yourself in a very difficult situation. That's all we had time for today. Did you find the video helpful? Did you have all of those in your mind? What would you like to watch next? Comment on Alp UK social media or contact me directly on Instagram at Happy with Hera or on YouTube at Healthy and Happy with Hera. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you like the video. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.